So more underfloor heating here. We've got all of these loads and loads and loads of room stats and actuators here, and a control box up there connected to I don't know how many hundreds of pounds worth of room stats. And then in here we had this pump, zone valve and mixing valve. Now we've put a new Viessmann boiler in here, so all of this becomes redundant. This is now weather compensation, so the main circulation pump now drives the correct temperature water through the manifold, through all of those loops and back. And it's been in for a while. This isn't one I've just done. This one I've done a few years back, and all of the room stats are set to 25 degrees to make sure that they don't interfere with the weather comp. So they basically just don't do anything. They're kind of there just in case. But basically every single zone is run on the weather comp, perfect temperature. Floors are never cold, they're never hot, they're just the right temperature all the time. And same for the house, constant correct temperature. And no additional pumps, mixing valves. Just think how much money you could have saved on this. If this had been installed properly in the first place, you wouldn't have needed this valve, this pump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 rooms, actuators. I don't know, room stats that's supplying, probably 6 room stats. All the wiring, running all this wiring around the house to every single room, wires back here, wires over there, wires from the control room, just not necessary. We just needed 2 pipes, 2 simple manifolds, and that would have been it. It would have saved a fortune. There's 3 of these in this house. It's about 800 square meter house. So there's 3 of these manifolds. There's a floor of radiators as well. Okay, well, could save a lot of money and make life a lot more comfortable. The original reason I came here, of course, was that the heating wasn't working. Boiler had collapsed. I had a 55 kilowatt Keston. I needed 12 kilowatts to do the house. We've got a 24 kilowatt or 35 kilowatt, can't remember, because there's 2 unvented cylinders in the house. So the boiler's sized for the cylinders, not for the heating, and runs those quite well. And boiler had collapsed. But anyway, when I arrived, the house was roasting hot, and they were sort of basically keeping all the room stats turned up, so the floors didn't go cold. Normal story. Put the weather comp in, floors don't go cold, and the house is the right temperature. So, and the boiler's actually condensing all the time, really low temperature. I think Chris Ingram said on a webinar, he said they're the ultra low temperature. So my boiler's running at ultra low temperature now, and we've done away with small fortunes worth of parts, and all the breakdowns associated, all the problems that you get with these floor systems are to do with these controls that are always going wrong or incorrectly installed. Anyway, it's a new era. We don't need to be spending all this money on these unnecessary controls, and we don't need to be running boilers at high temperature and reducing efficiencies. We can do it quicker, cheaper and more efficiently, and that's what we should be doing, in my opinion.